Hello, fifth graders. This is the video that will describe the different creative writing prompts that I have given you for Wednesday, April 22nd, and that you'll be continuing and finishing up on Monday of next week. You have two options for this writing assignment, either talking about the expertise that you could share with the world or a subject that you think is most important in school. The expertise prompt is actually a question a friend asked me a few years ago, that if you were to give a presentation about anything in the world, what's something that you know a lot about that most people don't, that you could talk about for 10 minutes and keep it interesting? And your goal in this 10-minute presentation would be to educate the people around you about that thing and make them not only learn more about it, but want to continue learning more. So I shouldn't choose something like chocolate cake is the best cake out there. It's going to be kind of hard to talk about chocolate cake for 10 minutes. However, maybe I could say, I really like to bake. And I could talk about why I enjoy baking and the beauty and creation that comes from baking, and talk about how chocolate cake is my favorite thing to bake. So when you're choosing your expertise, don't just choose something that you really kind of enjoy. Choose something that you could talk about for a long time. Some specific examples that I would choose from, I would maybe choose different personality tests that I learned in college that I think are really helpful for learning more about yourself. And I could talk about all the different things or different personality tests that stand out the most to me. Or I really enjoy the BBC Earth David Attenborough series, including Planet Earth and Blue Planet. I could talk about lots of facts from that would intrigue listeners to come up with their own thing. So what's something that you know a lot about? Maybe it is an animal that you really know a lot about their environment and their diet. Maybe it's a sport that you know lots of rules about. Maybe it's a way of writing. Maybe it's something that I already know about you. Maybe it's not. But think about something you could talk about for a long time. And then the other option is, what subject do you think is most important? During this virtual learning, maybe you've realized, wow, you know what? Grammar actually really is important. And as I'm reading all this stuff online, it's important to be able to write correctly. So grammar actually applies to everything. Or maybe you think, ever since we've stopped having science class, I'm not learning as much about the world around me. And it's stuff that's really important to be knowing. Maybe it's a subject that's your favorite anyway, like maybe you enjoy the puzzle that can be a math class. Maybe it's one that you don't enjoy, such as memorizing different capitals and countries. But they're all important. If it's up to you, though, which one do you think is the most important to be learning? And why do you think that? Is there a time that you've used that subject in normal life that makes you think it's the most important? Plenty to write about in 7 to 10 sentences. And again, don't worry about finishing today, but at least think through maybe a couple different ideas you could use for both of those. But you only need to choose one, and it only needs to be 7 to 10 sentences. Let me know if you have any questions. Thank you.